Okay, I'd like to call this caucus meeting to order. Of course, I'll be looking for a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the second regular meeting dated Wednesday, March 27th, 2024, except prepared by the clerk. Communications, we have two pieces. Questions or comments on communications? Mayor's report, is Mayor coming to the meeting tonight, Bob, or does
She's going to try to make it. If she does not reach it, then I will read the mayor's report on form.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Report of standing committees.
We will have a Finance and Legislation Committee meeting on April 17th, 2024 at 6 o'clock, unless somebody else has one before us.
Anybody else? Okay, we got two pieces of legislation. Number one's second reading, and we'll be looking to forward that to the third reading. Questions, comments on legislation? Unfinished business? New business?
New business. I'm going to bring up to the Finance and Legislation Committee about putting no parking signs up at 6th Street. 6th by Midlothian.
Okay,
I'm bringing that up.
you're going to have to write that up,
Yep, I'll get it right off of Megan.
but then you also have to pass it to John to get it for his approval.
Yep.
So if it needs tweaked or anything.
Okay.
But Megan doesn't write legislation.
No, he'll get a copy of the
I'll get it.
Right.
Yeah.
A copy. Ronnie, if you wish to elaborate a little more on why you're doing that.
Yeah. Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I have pictures of everything. Okay? And they've been parking up there on 6th Street by the stop sign constantly. The police has been up there. I call them. John even said, somebody even said, we should tow them cars. So I'm going to bring up legislation that we put no parking signs from there to the alley.
He's got pictures of cars parking the wrong way on the side
Everything.
of the road. Why aren't those cars towed?
Well, we don't normally tow cars for a parking violation. We will ticket the cars for parking.
Are they being ticketed?
When the police go by, they see a car parked illegal, they ticket them. They obviously, it's the same as our trucks going down Center Street. Are they going down Center Street? Yes. Are we trying to catch them? We catch as many as we can, but we can't be there all the time.
Right. I agree with that. They have more important things to do besides running up there all the time with them cars the way they are.
I don't know how to say this.
It's been an ongoing problem on
yeah.
6th Street.
Yeah.
And he's got pictures that parked the wrong.
So obviously,
pictures.
tickets aren't doing the thing here.
John, we do a prosecutor's notice to get them people in. And
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
We're talking about 6th and Midlothian. Yeah.
could we do that?
That's what I'd
How
like
do we-
to see done.
Are you able to see if there was a repeat offenders on them streets or whatnot?
If they're writing tickets, there should be.
Tickets?
Yeah.
If there's
Should
repeat offenders?
That would be the only way.
Okay, if we could do that, I think that's our only route right there.
Do something.
Maybe we
This
should-
been going on for several, for a while now, and we're
Yeah.
not getting nowhere.
Maybe you
up there.
should request the chief to come in and address council about what's being done there.
Okay.
You want to do that for a committee meeting for next week?
Yeah, we could do that.
Be under finance legislation, I guess,
Yeah,
Okay.
just send him some official notification, wish
That's just some of them.
him to
Slide it down.
finance meeting in regard to,
The situation on 6 and Milwaukee.
so I don't know who's gonna write the letter request it.
Well, probably be after Dallas because he's chairman, so, but just a routine letter.
Right.
Well, isn't there
First, we all committee members
isn't the
sign
law
it.
Yeah.
20 feet up from a stop sign, you're not allowed to park, correct?
I believe it's 15 feet.
Is it 15 feet? Okay. That's what I thought.
They got parking behind their building. They could park.
We got people with empty driveways that are parking in the street. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I know.
I think if we get the chief up here at the committee meeting next Wednesday and talk about it
Yeah.
in a little more in depth and see exactly where he is at with that.
he'd be able to tell us if they're repeat offenders. And if they are, then I don't know what to do about that, but
John can send the prosecutor's notice and bring him in.
Here's my question for you. These people are parking illegally. They know they're parking illegally. So do you think the no parking sign is going to stop them from parking illegally?
probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So then we're going to be sent up there to take them, which we are currently doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're parking illegal. We go up, we take them. We put up a no parking sign. They're still going to park illegally in front of the no parking sign. We're going to go up. We're going to take them. So adding the signs isn't going to solve your problem.
Are these people, people that are going to that business, or, I mean,
To my knowledge, yes. I'm not 100% sure. I can't say, but that's to my knowledge, yes.
I went in there and I talked to them people, and they got cocky with me. They said, "Listen, this is where the people are parking at, and I'm telling you, this is where they're going to park at." Yeah, that's what I said. Why ain't they parking in the front?
Because there is parking.
There's parking in the front, and I asked, why ain't they parking in the front? And they told me because they don't want to walk that far.
I would think the front would be closer, but
Yeah, right.
Well, there's a door.
is that the front door, right? They go in there.
They got a front door.
I don't think it's open, but they
Yeah,
can open it.
I talked to Danny Martin, and he owns that building. I'm telling you, walk in that building, Bob, and see what it's like.
well, we've been in that building.
Yeah, it's brutal. The Mahoney County Health Department needs to come down on that building inside.
Well, the landlord should also stipulate the conditions.
You said you talked to the landlord.
Yeah, I talked to him.
And his response to an unhealthy building is,
So,
what was his response? I mean, did you mention it to him that,
I told him, I says, listen, he was in Florida.
because he
Dan.
has obviously has more control over his building than what we do.
Right.
So,
So he needs to take care of that
Yeah,
as a landlord.
yeah. But I told him that. And he told me, he said, Ron, I'm in Florida right now. I called up there and I told them everything. I said, well, they're not doing nothing. I called them back, they're doing zero.
I don't know, I'm just trying to put on notes.
Sure.
and he's coming back to manage his building, or
I don't know.
or he's just going to ignore it? Because he's the one I'm going to go after. You know?
I know.
I can't go after the renters. I have to go after the property owner.
Exactly.
So if you've had a conversation with him, he needs to be aware that once we start going after, we're going after the property owner.
Yep. And he says he has a lot on 6th. You know that lot back there. It was gravel, but now grass come up. He says, I'll re-gravel that so they can park there.
he needs to come up and do that then.
Yeah.
So you had a conversation with the owner, and he's willing to try to fix the problem.
That's what he told me.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See the best.
But is that, that's not employees that park there. Where the employees park.
There is some employees that park there. Right there.
Oh, so the employees
Well,
park.
Oh, yeah.
came down to the office, we had a conversation.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, you can get one or two tow trucks. I know it's hard, but you can get one or two tow trucks. That might
Yeah.
They're not?
Bob, are we, do we tow them cars? If they're,
If you're parked illegally, you probably could.
maybe
And
that,
that may send a pretty powerful message.
Sure, when they have a steeper bill for a tow. and-
Absolutely.
got an impound fee, a tow fee.
why can't we have that?
We can. But I always try to remember that we live in a community that is, you know, restricted. So just because you do them doesn't mean you're going to help the situation out. It's just that you put a financial burden on they can't afford it to begin with.
If they're visitors going in there, they may not be living in.
That's true. But that's why that's our last resort is, we try to just take them first.
I think we're at our last resort with.
Well, I don't know because, like I said, you can put up no parking signs if you want. We will follow whatever the council directs us to do. But if they're parking illegally, no parking signs don't mean nothing to them. They're going to park illegal in front of no parking sign.
If they're employees that are parking there,
I believe they are.
and if
Yeah.
that's the case, then they could be towed, because that doesn't make any sense. Now, if somebody's going to get a dog or a cat, and they don't really know any better, they
No, I think tell them too, Lori. I mean, that's the business. The business can say, now somebody parks, their customer comes there again. You can't park or you're going to get towed. I mean, that's not good.
He has the pictures.
To allow their customers to start getting towed.
There
I mean,
is some, but there's a large majority of those people are parked legally. Okay, there are not all of them, but I would say if there's 10 cars parked there, 8 are going to be parked legally. And then you're going to have a couple that say, okay, I ran out of space and I'm going to park too close to the hydrant. Or I ran out of space and I'm going to park too close to the stop sign. But 8 of them are parked legally out of the 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what I'm saying is probably if we did put up the signs, the people that came from like another area would probably be like, oh, we can't park there.
Maybe they would.
You know what I mean? Because
Now you're, instead of, we'll tow them. If we find a local park, we'll tow them. But now that's 2 cars out of 10. You put no parking sign, now you got 8 cars that have no place to park. Okay? We're going to go to 2 that are parked illegally, but then the 8 that are parked legally, they're perfectly legal, you just made it illegal for them to park anywhere.
Well, why can't they park behind their business?
In the alley.
Behind their business, not in the alley, in the back of their building.
Yes, I'm not that familiar with that building. I thought it was just the alleyway behind the building.
No,
I'll just talk with John a little bit. I think I'm going to talk with John a little bit and try to find out what's the best course of action. If we send them a prosecutor's notice first, bring them in, try to explain the situation before we start towing, and let them know that that's our next option.
If you're going to bring up something next week, I would suggest that everybody, at whatever opportunity you get, to drive past that situation. Because I always try to look when I drive past 6th Street, come down the look and whatever, I always try to look. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen it. I won't say it doesn't occur. I'm just saying I haven't seen illegal parking. I've seen parking there. I have not seen illegal parking. Of course, if I did, I would have called somebody. But, so there's a lot of people parked there that are parking legally. So just keep that in mind also.
So we're gonna do this. Council agrees. I'm gonna talk with John. Let's try to have some communication with them before we take anything too drastic and see that, and let them know what our options are. And next Wednesday, try to get the police chief in here and see what exactly he's been doing up there. And let's go from there. Is that fair with everybody? So, Dallas, we're going to get the police chief in here next week. And we're going to need you to request him to be here for your committee meeting next week. And see exactly what he is doing to address the parking situation up at 6th and Malone.
Okay.
And go from there. In the meantime, John and I are going to talk. Maybe if we have to get the tenants in here and talk to them and explain where we're at and our next option is before we start.
well, the complaints are coming from people that live in that area. Am I correct?
right.
Yeah, I know what it is.
So is it?
Residents that are right behind it.
Yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, she may be at the meeting tonight. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding it right as well. They're parking too close to the stop sign. Is that
Fire hydrant, in opposite directions.
okay?
Yeah.
And that is on 6th Street,
Six-
not on Midlothian.
No,
That's correct.
because on the Lothian, there's parking there.
Correct.
And they won't park
They
there.
don't utilize it because they don't want to walk.
They don't want to walk around and go in the door on the side. Well, they could go through the front door.
Also, I mean, that is a violation. We don't need to pass anything that we need to do. There's a law in place that prohibits that.
We're, council,
What do you mean?
That's why we want to bring the police chief.
That's not really,
Repeat.
you can't really,
Offenders.
you can't say that. You can't say when they're ignoring it, well, okay, well then, they should be ticketed. They
Well,
should
that's
be,
why we wanna go towing.
that's perfect. But I'm just saying in general, there is no, you know, I don't,
Yeah, it's got, they
I
break the law.
completely just ignore the law and there's no repercussions. We have systems in place for
I
that.
agree with that.
that's why we want to get the police chief in here, talk to him, have a conversation with him about it. And John and I are talking about maybe we need to get the tenants in here and explain where we're at with it and let them know. And before we started making it, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna need to
I'll request it to be here.
I got all the pictures.
Ronnie got pictures, so.
Yeah.
I'll be getting sick next week, Ronnie, and make sure your phone's battery up a bit. Any other new business? For a lot of record, John, do you have anything for council? Questions for a lot of record? Auditor's not here, our safety director, Bob, do you have anything for council? Do we have any questions or comments for our safety director for tonight? Motion to adjourn caucus.
Motion.
Second,